Are you finding it difficult to decipher if she's interested or not? Well, today we're going to uncover the behaviors that many men often miss, which indicate an older woman's lack of interest. These actions can be subtle, hidden in her communication, or even in how she acts during a date. By the end of this video, you'll be able to recognize these signs clearly, helping you know when it's time to move on. Don't miss out on our bonus tip at the end of the video. It's a crucial piece of advice for recognizing when it's time to back off, enhancing your understanding and approach. Stay tuned for it. Ready to sharpen your instincts and understand what she's really conveying? Let's dive in and discover these signs together. 1. Repeatedly using the "I'm busy" excuse. When an older woman consistently tells you she's too busy to see you, it's one of the clearest signs that you're not a priority in her life. We all lead hectic lives, juggling work, personal responsibilities, and social obligations, and it's perfectly normal for someone to be unavailable from time to time. However, when you notice that every attempt to make plans is met with the same excuse, "I'm busy," it's a red flag. Suppose you've contacted her multiple times to arrange a casual get-together, a simple coffee date, or even just a hangout, but each time she says she's too busy, has other commitments, or is just too tired. While it makes sense once or twice, a pattern of this conduct points to a bigger issue. The reality is that people make time for what they care about. Even the busiest person in the world will carve out a moment to connect with someone they genuinely want to spend time with. If she's consistently unable to find even a small window for you, it's a clear indication that she doesn't see you as a priority. Moreover, using the "I'm busy" excuse repeatedly can sometimes be a way to avoid confrontation. Rather than outright rejecting you, she may choose to hide behind her busyness, hoping you'll eventually take the hint. It's crucial to recognize this pattern early on and understand that continuing to pursue someone who isn't willing to make time for you can lead to frustration and wasted effort. In relationships, mutual interest is key, and if she's not showing it, it might be time to shift your focus elsewhere. 2. Going ghost mode. When she suddenly disappears or takes an unusually long time to respond to your messages, she's likely not as invested in you as you might hope. Going ghost mode, where she stops replying altogether or responds so sporadically that it feels like you're talking to a wall, is a strong indication of disinterest. This behavior can be incredibly frustrating and confusing, especially if things seem to be going well initially. You might find yourself rereading old messages, trying to figure out where things went wrong, or wondering if you should send another text just to see if she'll finally respond. But here's the thing, no response is a response. It's her way of telling you, without saying it directly, that she's not interested in continuing the interaction. When someone is genuinely interested in you, they won't leave you hanging. They'll be eager to respond, engage in conversation, and maintain that connection. Long delays, mixed signals, or complete radio silence are her ways of stepping back without having to have a potentially awkward conversation. It's essential to recognize this as a sign to move on. Chasing after someone who has gone ghost is not only unproductive, but also emotionally draining. 3. Cutting the date short. When an older woman cuts a date short or makes an excuse to leave early, it's a strong indication that she's not enjoying your company as much as you might hope. Dates are an opportunity to connect, engage in meaningful conversation, and potentially build a foundation for a relationship. So when she abruptly decides to end the evening, it's often because something isn't clicking for her. Imagine you're in the middle of what you think is a great conversation, and suddenly she checks her watch, mentions an early morning meeting, or remembers an errand she has to run. While life does happen and emergencies can arise, these excuses can sometimes be a polite way of signaling that she's not feeling the connection. It's her way of gracefully exiting a situation that she doesn't want to continue. What's more telling is what happens after the date. If she genuinely had a valid reason for leaving early, she'll likely reach out to apologize and suggest another time to meet. But if the date ends with a quick goodbye and you never hear from her again, it's a clear sign that she's not interested in taking things further. Her lack of follow-up indicates that she's not motivated to pursue a connection with you. 4. Declining a second date. When an older woman declines a second date, whether she does it politely or more directly, it's a clear signal that she's not interested in moving forward. Asking someone out for a second time is often seen as a positive sign that you enjoyed the first date and want to explore the potential for more. However, if she says something like, "I don't think so," "You're a great guy, but," or even a non-committal, "I'll let you know," it's a strong indication that she doesn't see a future with you. Declining a second date doesn't always come with harsh words or blunt refusals. Sometimes it's wrapped in kindness or delivered with a smile to soften the blow. However, the message remains the same. She's not interested in pursuing a relationship. It's crucial to accept this rejection with grace and not let it affect your confidence or self-worth. Remember, not everyone is going to be a perfect match, and that's okay. Handling rejection well speaks volumes about your character. Instead of responding with frustration or trying to change her mind, take it as an opportunity to learn and grow. A simple, "Thank you for being honest, I appreciate that," can leave a positive impression, even if things didn't work out. Keep in mind that dating is a numbers game. The right person is out there, and each experience brings you one step closer to finding them. 5. Continuously flaking or canceling plans. When an older woman continuously flakes on plans or cancels at the last minute, it's a strong indicator that she's not genuinely committed to seeing you. We all have busy lives, and occasionally something will come up that forces a change in plans. However, when this becomes a pattern, it's no longer just about unforeseen circumstances. It's a sign that you're not high on her list of priorities. Imagine this scenario. You've planned a dinner date or a casual outing, and you're looking forward to spending time together. But then, just hours before, she texts with an excuse. Maybe she's not feeling well, or something suddenly came up. You brush it off the first time, understanding that life happens. But when this becomes a recurring theme with each date being rescheduled or outright canceled, it's time to take a step back and evaluate what's really going on. This behavior doesn't just show a lack of interest, it also reflects a lack of respect for your time and effort. You've likely put thought into these plans, arranged your schedule, and possibly made reservations, all in anticipation of spending time together. When she cancels repeatedly, it's a clear sign that she doesn't value the time you've set aside for her. Someone who is truly interested in you will make an effort to keep their commitments and will be excited about the opportunity to spend time together. 6. Being emotionally distant or unengaged. An emotionally distant or unengaged demeanor is a subtle yet significant sign that an older woman isn't invested in the relationship. Emotional connection is the cornerstone of any meaningful relationship. When she's distant or disinterested in your conversations, it can feel like you're talking to a wall. Your words don't seem to land, and your efforts to connect are met with lukewarm responses. Think about the times you've tried to share something personal or meaningful, only to be met with vague answers, minimal eye contact, or even indifference. She might respond with one-word answers, fail to ask follow-up questions, or seem more interested in her phone than in the conversation. This lack of engagement is a clear sign that she's not emotionally invested in what you have to say, and by extension, in the relationship itself. Bonus tip: she avoids physical contact or shows discomfort with affection. Here's the bonus tip. If she avoids physical contact or shows discomfort with affection, it's a major indicator that she's not interested. Physical touch is a key element in building intimacy, and when she consistently pulls away or seems tense when you try to show affection, it's a clear sign that she's not feeling the connection. Even if she's usually reserved, there should still be moments where she's open to touch if she's interested. If she's always distant or uncomfortable with any physical closeness, it's time to recognize that her interest might not be as strong as you'd hoped. Next, discover the biggest turnoffs for women, or learn what older women really think about when they first meet you. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe for more.